A very good day to all of you. I welcome all the students and the viewers of this lecture. So today we are going to discuss about the classification of materials on the basis of their magnetic behavior. So on the basis of magnetic behavior, materials are divided into three categories: diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic materials. In case of diamagnetic materials, the forces are quite weak. These forces are very weak, and when a material is placed in an external magnetic field, due to that field, it creates some unbalancing of the orbital electron, resulting into the dipoles in that material, and those dipoles align against the direction of the magnetic field, and therefore a negative magnetic field is developed. Negative means it is opposing the external magnetic field. It is opposing the external magnetic field. The permeability of the magnetic permeability of these materials is less than 1, and the magnetic susceptibility in case of diamagnetic materials is of the order of 10 to the power minus 5, very low value with the negative sign, which shows that it is opposing the external magnetic field. Clear? And since in this material the effect is temporary, the word temporary here means that these materials will show a little bit magnetism only when they are placed in an external magnetic field, and the moment that external magnetic field is removed or the materials are taken away from that particular point, the material again becomes non-magnetic. That is why they are known as temporary magnets. On the other hand, in case of paramagnetic materials, the effect is also weak in this case as well, but it is a positive effect rather than diamagnetic, which is a negative effect. What does it mean is that when these materials are placed in an external magnetic field, the dipoles of these materials align themselves in the direction of the magnetic field. Clear? And therefore the magnetic susceptibility, although the effect is weak, therefore the magnetic susceptibility ranges from 10 to the power minus 5 to 10 raised to the power minus 2, a little bit greater than the magnetic susceptibility of diamagnetic materials with a positive sign. This positive sign shows that they are paramagnetic material. The magnetic field is in the direction of the external magnetic field. Clear? While in case of diamagnetic materials, the examples include copper, it also includes silver, it also includes mercury. These are the materials which have a very little magnetization when they are placed in an external magnetic field, and that magnetization too is against the direction of the field. While in case of paramagnetic materials, we have the common examples like aluminium, we have titanium, and we have certain alloys of copper as well. Alloys of copper. As a rule of thumb, we can say that, or in order to judge whether a material is diamagnetic or paramagnetic, we have to check whether unpaired electrons are present or not. If all the electrons are paired, then the material is said to be a diamagnetic material. While if the material has few unpaired electrons, then it is said to be a paramagnetic material. Clear? This is the basic difference between these two categories. Now let us discuss about the ferromagnetic materials. Ferromagnetic materials are, you can say, a dominant version of paramagnetic materials. They have strong forces. And the magnetic field is permanent. Permanent word here means that when they are placed in an external magnetic field, they undergo magnetization, they becomes magnetic, but when the forces are removed, they continue to behave as a magnet, and that is why this effect is permanent while these two effects are temporary. So ferromagnetism is a permanent effect. And this effect is so strong that the magnetic susceptibility of these material ranges to 10 to the power plus 6. And this positive sign again shows that it is in the direction of the magnetic field. It is not opposing the magnetic field. Common examples of ferromagnetic materials are nickel, cobalt and iron, etc. And the reason for permanent effect in case of ferromagnetic materials is due to the permanent unpaired dipoles that are formed by unfilled energy levels. Now, there is a temperature known as Curie temperature at which a ferromagnetic material behaves as a paramagnetic material. So, Tc, Curie temperature, is defined as the temperature at which a ferromagnetic material behaves as a paramagnetic material. Clear? And the magnetic susceptibility of these materials can be given by the magnetic susceptibility of these materials is equal to C upon T minus Tc. C is the constant for a given material, T is its temperature, Tc is its Curie temperature, and Xm is the magnetic susceptibility. This pi is magnetic susceptibility, Curie temperature, this is not the temperature at which the material is kept, and C is the constant. Clear? Now, these ferromagnetic materials are further subdivided into two more categories that we'll discuss in the second part of this lecture, and these materials are known as antiferro and ferrimagnetic materials. Ferrimagnetic. Clear? So we'll discuss in part 2 of this lecture. Thank you very much.